Howdy, folks. I'm the Lone Ranger,
I'm Amber.
and here's some mortgage. And don't forget, tonight, later this afternoon, 6 o'clock Eastern Time, we have a live stream. So make sure to check your time zone for Eastern time zone, to see if you can join us today. We're looking forward to it. Alright, folks, our letter today is titled, Am I a Jerk for Wearing a Red Dress to a Wedding and Accidentally Causing Her Whole Family to Walk Out? That's right, folks, another red dress one, so soon. It's the season, I guess. Season of red. So I'm a 30-year-old female, and I recently went to my friend Tom, a 31-year-old male's wedding, to his long-term girlfriend, now wife, Emily, a 29-year-old female. Now, Tom and I were together for a month or so in college, and I was the one who took his V card. We weren't super serious and remained good friends after an amicable breakup. We're still quite close to this day, which is why I got an invite in the first place. Anyways, I wore a nice red dress to the wedding. It wasn't particularly flashy, just a muted, dusty red. I had no idea that red meant you had slept with the groom. I swear that it never even crossed my mind. But when Emily's parents saw me, they immediately took Tom aside, and from what Tom told me later, confronted him about not staying a virgin until marriage. He tried to play it off as a coincidence, but her mom talked to another friend of ours who didn't know that it was a secret, and within half an hour, her whole family knew. Emily's family is very religious, so they hadn't been told about any of Tom's previous relationships. They would never have approved of Emily marrying someone who wasn't a virgin, and even threatened to disown her if she did. They all walked out, causing a huge scene, and Emily cried, shouting at me for ruining everything. I don't know if they went through with disowning her, but I wouldn't put it past them. The wedding went off once everyone had calmed down, but a cloud of sadness hung over the rest of the day. She later apologized for yelling at me, blaming it on stress and shock, and I believe her. Tom is frustrated with the situation and said that he wished that I had worn something else, but said it's not my fault. Despite his words, I'm still feeling very guilty about what happened. Am I the jerk? Alright, folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk because you didn't know. Again, if it wasn't for reading Reddit, I wouldn't have even known that this was a thing, and I think most people do not subscribe to this view.
Yeah, I think this is a rare occurrence, and I think there are some cultures that certainly do practice this, and clearly we know that some cultures do, because I think the main difference between this story and the story that we read the other day with the Maid of Honor was that the Maid of Honor had it in the back of her head that it could mean this, whereas OP here just had no idea, was completely ignorant. So,
and that's the thing, it's about intention. Like, if you do not know some kind of social etiquette, it's not your fault if you don't conform to it.
yeah, it's an unfortunate situation. I don't know really what to tell OP other than it's really unfortunate that this happened. I'm sorry that they went through this, and it's not their fault. It's kind of the family's fault for being so pushy and judgmental. So I feel bad for the bride. I feel bad for the groom. And I feel bad for OP because this was a thing that just shouldn't have even come up.
Yeah, well, exactly. And that's the thing, is it's just really frustrating that they would be so harsh on the bride for this, over this ridiculous thing. Like, it doesn't matter. None of this matters.
Yeah. But it's difficult because, again, you can't be judged for something that you were unaware of. And it doesn't sound like it was even like a fire engine flashy red. It was kind of like a burnt red type color, which I believe the tradition of wearing red is it's a fire engine bright red type of thing,
a show stealing thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's not just you're wearing this kind of red.
Well,
right?
now that I think of it, I've worn almost that color to a wedding. It was a little bit more burgundy, but I'm uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we didn't know that at the time. We only have heard about this tradition recently, so hopefully no one thought you slept with the groom.
Yeah, well, I think I got your mom's approval, too.
Yeah. I don't remember which wedding that was.
I don't remember which one, but I think that it wasn't Aisha and Ken's, because I think they had a no red thing at their wedding.
So, yeah, I think that this is again like because she is Indian, and
Hmm.
so red in her culture was like the bride's culture, I believe. So that was part of the reason why they said no red. So it wouldn't again have crossed our minds. It was like, oh, culturally she would have worn red and they had a different ceremony where she did, I guess.
Hmm.
So that's, one of these things again where it's like, how can you be held accountable if you just didn't know?
Hmm. And
So.
it's not something you can even guess. Like there are some things like where you may not have to be explicitly told.
Yeah, so I really feel like this is just a matter of OP innocently walked into this situation. They didn't know. They weren't trying to cause a scene. So, yeah. Anyhow, take care and good luck. All right, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got a beverage of choice right here, and Amber, she's allegedly got a joke.
Reaching stiffly for the sky, I bare my fingers when it's cold. In warmth I wear an emerald glove, and in between I dress in gold. What am I?
Well, you're a tree.
Yeah.
Why? What else would you be? You basically just said, I'm a tree, and I'm a tree a bunch of times. So I don't know what you would have said. What else it would have been.
Yeah, it's a tree. Although I would clarify, it has to be a deciduous tree, and it has to be a type of one that has gold leaves. So like maybe
Maples.
yeah, certain maples have gold leaves.
Maples also are red often.
Yeah, I think like sugar maples are red or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
It's quite a riddle, though. I actually
I was amazed you got that one. I would not have gotten that.
it took me a second. I was processing it. I was like, "What is this thing?" And then I'm like, "Oh, it's a tree." So it wasn't that obvious. It did take me a second to think about it. And I have Earl Grey. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week. We also have a live stream later today, as you can see. Amber, we need some kind of moral guidance, and please make it in the form of a gossipy family member.
Hey, do you see the woman wearing red at the wedding?
Oh yeah, that was pretty terrible.
I was gonna say, I wonder where she got the dress from. It was fabulous. What's wrong with you?
She was wearing red. That means that she's been with the groom.
I'm not sure where you're getting this from. That's not the moral.
Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you all later today.
Bye.